Good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining us this morning. My name is Reverend Champion Fleming, and I'm located on the unceded ancestral territory of the Chochenyo Ohlone people here in Oakland, California. The Ohlone have stewarded the lands here for generations and generations. And the recent call is for us to think about First Nations people in the present tense and to be aware and available to what movements now are calling for of First Nations and Indigenous folks around the globe. And so I'm happy to be here with the capacity to dial in from many, many, many miles away to be with you. I'm the Minister of Organizational Development at CSL White Rock, and I am absolutely honored and privileged to be part of this community. And as we come together today, we just acknowledge that this is a community in a space of change, and that today marks the first day of a new beginning for the community. And we know that we move together, as we move together into this opening prayer, we move together in a space of possibility and beauty, and everything that the divine is can be expressed through this community and through us as individuals. So I invite you to go into that sacred place within, that inner sanctuary, and identify the power and presence of the divine within you. Even if you don't feel it in this moment, it is there. There is a power and presence in the universe that begins at our center and it has no end. It begins at the center of our being and it continues in this center that we call White Rock. And I know that this morning is blessed, that there is something in the service that is uniquely for you. And because it's for you, it's for all of us, because we are absolutely one with each other, one with the divine. And in the essence and presence of unity, I bless this gathering. I call it complete in the mind of the divine. And we just let it be, and so it is. And now I would like to introduce our musician today. As we gather every Sunday morning live, currently on Zoom. We welcome Ivan Boudreau, who is an amazing musician and a prolific songwriter. Ivan has been fortunate to have performed with many well-known artists and musicians, from Boston to Toronto and Vancouver. Years of musical influences now surface as songs from his heart and soul, and they echo the sentiments of an ever-expanding audience of listeners. Ivan has blended a life and variety of music into honest and well-crafted songs about many of the simple emotions and gut-wrenching feelings we all experience. Enjoy Ivan's contemporary folk music delivered with a warm and relaxed approach. Welcome, Ivan.
Thank you so much, Reverend Champion. Can't give you joy and sunshine, take away the pain from the past. Can't make this heartache go away, or pretend that love always always last. Nobody knows where we'll end up after taking that very first step. If all we keep are good memories, we'll move on without regret. No one can make you feel better or turn the skies bright blue. If you're stuck in clouds full of memories that still cut you through and through, no one can make your heartaches fade away until they're gone. No one can give you that peace of mind and the strength to carry on. No one but you. Hiding behind those locked, closed doors may keep you safe from it all, but your sadness will fill these rooms till you break out from behind those walls. You choose how you live your life. You can laugh or you can cry, but a smile brings much more happiness, gives you more than money can buy. No one can make you feel better or turn the skies bright blue. If you're stuck in clouds full of memories that still cut you through and through, no one can make your heartache fade away until it's gone. No one can give you that peace of mind and the strength to carry on. No one but you. You can hand out the blame, but the past can't be changed. There's still time to laugh, time to play. No one can make you feel better or turn the skies bright blue. If you're stuck in clouds full of memories that still cut you through and through, no one can make your heartaches fade away until they're gone. No one can give you that peace of mind or the strength to carry on. No one but you.
Thank you, Ivan. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So my talk for today is called The View from Here. And really, when we talk about taking in the view, it makes me think of being on a scenic trip and stopping on the roadside and taking time to look and see the beauty, see the macro, see the view from here. And so a few years ago, a ministerial colleague of mine asked me, remind me again why we gather on Sundays. And I'm going to invite you, as I engage with what I think are some of the reasons we gather on Sundays, to come up with your own reasons, to understand what it is that has you in this room today. And that when we take in the view it's an opportunity to set an intention for what is next. And the intention comes moment by moment, choosing how we come together, why we're together, and choosing to be together, not out of obligation, but out of amplification. And so for me on Sundays, we come together in the space and language of our salvation. We come together to express and amplify the divine presence within us. And this divine presence is our true nature. It's our inner sanctuary. And the divine is eternally seeking us out. The divine brought us into form, and moment by moment, it is seeking us out. It is willing us to allow it to express more fully through us, minute by minute, day by day. And we come together on Sundays in community, as individuals, in community, in sacred agreement, to allow the divine to interpret itself through us. And in each moment, because we are in the evolution of our spiritual journey, in the evolution of our growth, the divine interprets itself through us as our wholeness, as our oneness with each other, and as the absolute perfection of this moment. Knowing that in this moment, everything is perfectly all right. And so just take a second and see which of these things may resonate with you, and do they weave and intersect and amplify with your reason for being here today. So as we gather, let's remember, or as a colleague of mine named Oceana said yesterday, let's re-ember. Let's re-ember and reignite the truth of this inner sanctuary, this inner presence within us. Let's connect together today on this Sunday to be with each other, to be with ourselves, to be with the divine, and amplify all that spirit is through us, and to agree for spirit to be interpreted through the activity of our lives and the activity of this community. Our community is in a time of change. And this Sunday, I want us to set an intention of dwelling together in a space of possibility. You know, in this philosophy, we teach, one of the things that we teach, which is being demonstrated through the visioning that the practitioners are leading. It's the idea that when we imagine the unimaginable, we invite it into existence. Through our thought, through word, through practice, through intention, through the atmosphere we create, we re-ember and reignite a power in the universe which always says yes. So when we imagine miracles, when we imagine magic, we're inviting it to be our future. We're inviting it to be the truth of how we are together and individually and in the world. And we, in this philosophy, we imagine miracles as everyday normal occurrences. And as we imagine them, they come. We don't have to do or be anything special. We just have to allow and accept and interpret the divine through us. And so we vision the highest and best for us. We vision the highest and best for our community, for the world around us. And we imagine how these imaginings all weave together and unfold, right? And each one of us is an individual center through which our vision unfolds. So I want you to think of yourself as a place where the divine shows up and unfolds through. The vision that we cast as a community shows up in our lives. It shows up in the way we come together, and it shows up in the way we are in the world. It will inevitably show up in our careers, in our relationships, in our homes. It will show up everywhere we are. This stuff is. And we set the intention with each moment, with each breath, with each new day. We set the intention for this to be transforming in our lives. And so today, the view from here, well, the view from here is actually quite good. And I'll get into that more a little later, but I want to talk about, if you've ever traveled to San Francisco, you may have journeyed along the 49-mile Scenic Drive. And it was one of my favorite things when I first moved to San Francisco 30 years ago. I bought myself a set of hockey-style rollerblades, and I did the Scenic Drive, the 49-mile Scenic Drive, largely on rollerblades. And one of the things I learned was that 49 miles is long, and if you get out too far, they won't let you on a bus and rollerblades. So I had to start carrying a pair of shoes. And when the 49-mile Scenic Drive was created, it was created as a celebration of community and major architectural accomplishments. It was created in 1939, and it started in downtown San Francisco, and it took you from the Bay Bridge to the Golden Gate Bridge and then out to Treasure Island, all along the water with incredibly beautiful views. And it was imagined as an opportunity to sit and relax and look and take in the view, take in the beauty, take in all the aspects of the view, the micro and macro of it, the all and all of it. And over the years, the 49-mile Scenic Drive has remained. But the destinations on the drive, the exact route of the drive have absolutely changed. The harbor was filled in. A freeway was erected and then damaged during the 1989 earthquake. The drive has been reimagined because of global warming and the impact of the car. It's been reimagined using walking trails and biking lanes, right? So the drive exists. The intention of the drive, which is to kick back, relax, enjoy, take a moment to take it all in, see what it is, set an intention. That's changed. It's changed and changed again and changed again. And so this community is in a time of change. And as we look out, what do we see from here? What are we seeing? And sometimes when change happens, we don't want to see. We don't want to look at the view. We don't want to look out. We want to just like pretend it's not happening. Or change can throw us into old ways of being that maybe we thought, oh, I don't do that anymore. I'm grown. I'm spiritual. I don't do that anymore. But what comes up when change happens is we may feel afraid. We might want to go into hyper overdrive and really manage and fix things as if there was something to be fixed. Or we might feel that it's our fault. We might feel that we have done something wrong, and that we might feel like retreating and just kind of maybe guilty or shameful. And all of these reactions are a-okay. They're all right to have. They may be incorrect. They may not be the truth with a capital T, and yet it is okay. It's how we witness change, our reaction or overreaction or underreaction to change. It's how we witness that and then tend to ourselves so that we can move back into the remembering, the re-embering, the knowing the truth that there is an inner sanctuary within us, that we are the sight that our vision will be interpreted through. We have all the power of the universe in us, ahead of us, and at our backs, absolutely surrounding us. And yet at the same time, we might not feel that. We might not be connected into that place, that truth with a capital T. And that is okay. So we begin today with an extraordinary tenderness for exactly what we're feeling, for exactly what we're going through. And we take in the view and we set an intention to be in presence and be in possibility. And the thing is that the healing piece is when we go astray, when we react or we behave in ways that we thought we'd already released. The healing is returning ourselves to the truth, returning ourselves to that knowing that everything is a-okay, everything is all right, that the power and presence of the divine is in me, it's in each one of us in this community. And when we come together and amplify that, we're in a space of possibility. We're in a space that all things are indeed possible. And so how do we cultivate and sustain a possibility consciousness during times of change? I think it's really easy. I think it is, maybe it's not easy. I think it is simple that we lean into the divine and we lean into each other and we ask for support. We engage in our spiritual practice. We engage in prayer and community and connection. We meditate. We give forgiveness. We give gratitude. And we engage in a way that we're not pulling our change reaction into our activity. We're letting that change reaction stay where it was, over there or in the past, and we come together unburdened, untroubled, in a place where we know that we are never limited to the finite. We're never limited to the material of what we see. Something more is always possible. And another really essential aspect of this philosophy that we teach is that at any moment, we can decide to shift into the truth from anywhere we are. We can drop the false ways of thinking. We can drop the sense of separation and dwell in that space of possibility. Dwell in a willingness for the miracles to come through as everyday occurrences. And the thing about possibility is you are it. A vibrant, abundant, connected, loving future of this community is possible just because you clicked that Zoom link this morning and sat yourself down in a chair. The possibility exists in you. And once we declare it as possible, it begins to work on us. Once we declare it as possible, it begins to work on us and through us. The divine, the universe, they're acting together to conspire for our good. And so the view from here is very sweet. It is very, very good. It may be as beautiful in San Francisco as it is in Vancouver, as it is in South Surrey, as it is in this community. And one of the things that started this service today was the idea that the leadership of this community is solid. And so last week we met and we renamed ourselves the Possibility Squad. And this is a team of people that's leading the future of this community that wants to engage fully with all of you to help cast that new vision of where we want to be together. We want to dwell together in a place of possibility, because when we come together in that, we amplify it. And our individual and collective and then worldwide transformation is all joined together. And it's joined in how we move together to support each other in the next incarnation of the community. This is a possibility squad, a leadership team that has the willingness to grow. And I have seen that firsthand, the way I was brought into this community, accepted, and the idea about me changed. I've always loved in this community, but folks had a willingness to grow, to accept me, to make me feel that I belonged at an even deeper level. And I know that's the way that this group approaches everything. This is a group with business acumen, with a desire for unity. This is a group that takes faith and puts it into action. This is a group that has the capacity to sustain and hold the possibility of the next incarnation of this community. And the future comes into form in the way that we show up with each other moment by moment. And the vision and mission of this community are governing the journey. The people, the ideas, the philosophy, the principles, the practices all come together to govern the journey of this community. And so I'm here to say that the view from here is incredible. It is awesome. And I am so pleased to be a part of this community. So this week, I want you to show yourself extraordinary tenderness, extraordinary tenderness toward yourself. Let yourself feel through all your feelings and then into a space of possibility. And if you can't get there yourself, call for support, ask for prayer, connect with a practitioner, and give yourself space and time to relax and take in the view. Give yourself some time this week where you are not in the driver's seat. In fact, you're luxuriating in the back, you're relaxed, and you are just taking in the view. And it is sweet. Thank you. So just breathe together with me. And as you breathe, we breathe our oneness with each other. We bring and breathe a shared intention for the next incarnation. And knowing that we breathe and that our breath is not voluntary. In fact, it is breathed for us. It is breathed for us by the divine. And so our breath is our oneness with each other, and it is our connection to spirit. And it is the activity of spirit through us that we are the site of transformation. We are the site of all that spirit is. And as we take the breath into our lungs and then release it again, we amplify all the possibility, all the love, beauty, prosperity, joy, harmony, divine order. We breathe it in and we breathe it out. And we know that all is well. Everything is perfectly all right. That spirit is for us. That spirit is in us, as us, through us, and it surrounds us. It goes before us, making the way clear like that Zamboni, making things smooth, clearing the way. It comes up behind us. It walks alongside us. It is below us and it is above us. We are absolutely surrounded, protected, guided. It governs us and we allow it. We allow it through the activity of each moment, each breath, each day. And we hold and sustain this consciousness. And if ever we waver, we just reset. We re-ember. We reignite in the truth in this inner sanctuary of self, which is divine self. And so I give thanks for everybody in this community, everybody on this call, everybody who had an idea to be here, knowing that we express and amplify love, joy, beauty, peace, harmony, divine order, prosperity. I give thanks. I give thanks for everything just as it is. And I release this word. I let go. I let spirit be spirit. And I let it be. And so it is.
And so it is. And so it is. So now is the time in our gathering today that as we are created sacred opportunities for personal empowerment and collective transformation through wholehearted experiences of truth and spirit. So if you were inspired by today's music and message, as well as any of our weekly and monthly programs, we greatly receive your gift, your tithe, or your offering today. You can donate on our website at www.csl-whiterock.com/donate. You can mail us a check or send us an e-transfer, and just know that gifts of any size are helpful. Your contributions make all of this possible for us every day. So thank you so much. And now I'd like to ask everyone to join me in declaring our prosperity affirmation. Divine love within blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is.